Warning, this podcast contains spoilers and the letter D.
Are we fucking Sesame Street?
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the ASOTV podcast for Supernatural, Season 12, Episode 14, The Raid. I'm your host Mike and joining me... Yes, The Raid.
The Raid D.
The Raid D. I'm your host Mike and joining me is Dom, Nikki, and Kim.
Hi.
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 Alright then. So we pick up right after last episode with Sam and Dean, mostly Dean, being really pissed off at Mommy.
Sam and Ian.
Huh?
Sam and Ian.
Sam and Ian. It's going to be really difficult to do this entire podcast without pronouncing that letter.
You mean
You keep forgetting the D.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, right where we left off, Dean's pissed. Sam's just like, you should go. I need space. I'm gonna go brood in my room. All 6.5 feet of me.
Bruin?
I'm gonna go brew in my room.
Well, he did go out and try and get some brew.
He did.
But then there was no brew, and then Ketch brought brew.
Ketch brought brew.
Oh, that sneaky little son of a bitch. The only thing that would get him through the door
Was a very rare 30-year-old super duper expensive scotch.
That
Well,
and the
what do you
fact
call it?
that Dean
Barrel
didn't
proof?
have any alcohol there and he really wanted some. Dean went out for alcohol, didn't get any.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
I didn't think Dean was a Scotch guy, though.
When you don't have anything else, you kind of beggars can't be choosers.
That's true.
And you saw the way Dean was drinking it. He's just like,
I think he just didn't want to
Well-
give Ketch the satisfaction of being like, yeah, this is some really good shit, but...
I can only imagine that barrel proof Scotch would be really, really good. And I'm not a fan of Scotch, but I'd try it.
hmm.
I guess I'd try it. But, yeah, Ketch is there to attempt to recruit Dean. Not going well until he mentions, I'm off, got vampires to kill and all that. To which, of course, Dean can't resist a good vampire slaying. It's like, did you say vampires?
Did Ketch mention the alpha, or she just said vampires in general?
Ketch didn't know about the alpha. None of them knew
Okay.
about the alpha.
They thought
Until later.
Okay.
their intel said the alpha was in Morocco.
Okay, yeah. See, I got really confused when they kept switching back and forth between the temp base and Dean and Ketch. It's just to me, the episode seemed very fragmented.
That Morocco? entire temp base was made out of storage shipping containers.
Yeah.
It was made, yeah.
That's fantastic.
There's actually a
yeah.
couple of European companies that make houses entirely
Oh, I know.
out of them.
Oh, I know.
They're really cool.
But
I thought they
I've
said
never-
they didn't know where the alpha was. They hadn't seen the alpha. Sorry.
Their
That
intel
just
was
hit me.
Morocco, but they
Oh,
didn't
okay.
know where he was. Their last intel was that he was in Morocco. Yeah, I remember that. But it's just I don't know.
And then Dean was like, "No, I saw him
But-
5 years ago."
You gotta
Yeah,
you gotta
Sam
look
said-
at
Not Dean, but
something
it's
though.
Sam. Sorry.
For a temporary headquarters, and they're in the Midwestern region, or the MWR Midwestern region. When they're done
Oh.
there,
I love how she just turned to Sam and had to explain what that was.
yeah, right.
Sam knew.
Yeah,
He
he's
just,
just like, really? Did you just do that to me?
It's like I get
She
it, Mom.
did that the whole time during the briefing.
Yeah.
And
She
he's just
turned
like,
to Sam and explained something, and he just stood there deadpan, Mom, seriously, fuck off.
like, I get it, Mom. I've been doing this a while.
Mom,
Yep.
Mom, you are how many years out of the loop? I've actually lived in the loop, so screw off.
Yeah. No, but those shipping container house, it was base whatever, was actually incredible because I've seen shipping container houses. Like I've seen
Mhm.
some, but never like on the inside like that. It's usually just like the outside, and it's like, oh, okay, well, you could do a lot with the outside. Landscaping and things make anything look fantastic. But seeing the inside of that, like, doesn't look like, you could see some of the walls of the shipping container walls and stuff like that, but like the height of that seemed way bigger, so it had to be like double stacked with the ceilings removed,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
And one handy thing is when you're done, just load them onto a bunch of trucks and drive them out of there.
yeah,
Well, I
cool.
would think that some shipping containers are different sizes than the other ones.
There are multiple sizes.
Yeah.
Like a
so-
standard, like we have 3 of them at work. They are smaller size. They're not the standard, however many feet they are. I forget.
You know what?
well,
Let's
those
buy
are
some
usually the
land.
ones that are on the tractor trailers.
Yes.
The shipping container houses are not made out of those. They're made out of the ones that are boat cargo ships.
Right. Exactly. The boat ones are a hell of a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And we could go out, we could buy some land, all of us, and we could make an ASOTV podcast stream mansion out of shipping containers.
Okay, you can start stacking them.
Yeah, because I ain't doing
Mike.
it.
Mike's the only one that could possibly drive like a freaking crane or something that could plop them multiple stories high.
I'm flattered you have such an opinion of my crane operating skills.
I'm saying the most capable. I'm not saying that you should.
I don't know. I think we should let either Nikki or Kim do it. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah,
Why am I
because
doing it?
Yeah, I'm not guiding
hand
that
eye
shit from the
coordinate
ground. I'm guiding that shit from a mile away via cell phone with like a drone like camera providing me, feedback. Because knowing my luck, I'd be like, okay, move it over here. All right, move it over there. Move it over there, and then it falls and squishes me.
Your other left. Your other left.
Your other left. Anyway, it was impressive. The whole we're wiping out every vampire in the Midwestern region. There were 241. There's only 11 left.
So they've only did Midwestern. What about the rest of the Westerns?
They're just doing like
What about the
section by
West
section.
Westerns and the East Westerns?
I think they're just doing the country section by section. I guess that makes it easier.
Oh, I'm so done with the Westerns.
Oh my god. So they got 11 vampires left. And the alpha vampire makes that 12 when he shows up to be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're killing off his babies.
Mm-hmm. And if I remember correctly...
What is stopping them from just turning more people and making an army? Like,
Good point. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. I thought we were, like, last episode, we were under the impression that killing the alpha killed all of them.
it
But,
did.
like, at the end of the episode, Mary's like, I killed off some of the stragglers, some must have ran away. This was after the alpha was dead.
Well, I guess that was just that was a theory. Apparently, that's not a real right theory in this world.
I mean, the only thing I know for sure is that this is from season 6, the alphas can see through the eyes of their children. Because I remember the alpha vampire mentioning that. Like, he knows
Apparently, he could
everything.
read Dean's mind too.
Yeah,
Sam's
that too.
mind. Why not
He
keep
knew
him-
everything that was going on with, like, Sam and their grandfather and Crowley torturing other vampires because he was able to see it.
Yeah, and, like, they've only done the Midwest region, so, like I said, if this is the case, if the alpha doesn't kill off all of them after being killed, there's still many vampires out there, and the next in line would become the alpha. That's the way that kind of lore works, so there's always gonna be an alpha. That's the way magic, supernatural stuff works like that.
Yeah, but I don't think they'd have the same powers. So I mean, would it?
No, like,
I don't
so
know.
the alpha's dead, so the next oldest vampire gets struck by a bolt of lightning and suddenly he's the alpha. Like,
For a show like this, why would you want to completely eradicate vampires? Especially when they plan to go on until Jensen and Jared fucking die. For reals, in real
we
life.
haven't had a vampire, like, since Benny.
God. Season 50.
Crane's like... fucking
beating
walkers.
vampires with our canes. Yeah.
But-
Wow.
To be fair, this is the first vampire in an episode we've had in many seasons. Since I think like season 8.
No, we've had vampires.
Oh, shit.
We just had an episode with vampires because we went and revisited what's her face, who was like the succubus for them that led the people in to get brain sucked and stuff like that. It was at the high school with Claire.
Right, okay, yeah.
Is that her name? That's her name.
I think.
Yeah. With Sheriff, and
Mhm.
they lived together.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Mary, Show, and Sam, the compound. They meet the whole support, Mick and his support staff, and another hunter they brought up from Louisiana named... I knew it, I had it. Pierce.
Mhm.
Pierce, the King Hunter of Louisiana, or something like that was his
Bayou.
name.
What a dickhole.
Uh-huh.
The moment you saw him and his eyes just completely blank as everybody's talking, you knew he's a complete imbecile, and he was only there because Mary wanted him to be.
Rufus worked with him once. And with how insane Rufus was, if he refused to work with him again, probably good reason.
I'm surprised Rufus just didn't straight out kill him for being dumb.
There is that, too.
Like, Rufus was just ruthless.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of ruthless, Ketch beating the crap out of the helpless vampire. But,
Okay.
you know. Yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
I guess we don't shed tears for vampires. Just beating her face in, like, you know, tell
The
me
British
where
Men of Letters doesn't shed tear for any kind of monsters.
No.
And, like, if they have intel, they don't give a fuck. They're just gonna kill them anyways. Whereas Dean's like, no, this guy knows things. First we get the information, then you can beat the hell out of him. I don't
it's like,
care.
if I tell you, will you let me go? I'll make it really quick. Well, yeah.
Mercy.
I specifically I just rewatched earlier this week. I had watched the episode with the Alpha Vampire on Netflix. And I forget the title of the episode now, but in this episode, he said that Sam said that the last time that they saw the Alpha Vampire was in, I think, North Dakota.
Yeah.
They said North Dakota. However, in that episode, when they got to North Dakota, the Alpha was already gone. So they never saw the Alpha in North Dakota. Like, that may have been his last location, but Sam said the last time we saw him was there. The last time Sam saw him was in Missouri. It was not in North Dakota. So I don't know why Sam would
The
say
last
that,
time
but-
Sam saw him was in Missouri. Which episode? Was it in season 6 you were watching?
Yeah, I went all the way back to watch the last time we saw the Alpha Vampire.
We
He
did
said
see
it was
him
5 years ago.
in season 8 once with Benny trying to get free from some of his old vampire people. I do remember the Alpha Vamp made like a quick cameo appearance in one of those episodes.
Right, but I'm saying the last time Sam saw him.
Oh, yeah,
not the
that's
last
right.
time we saw him.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause he was
So-
really clear on that. Like, that
Mhm.
was one of the main points in that part of that meeting, was that the last time we saw the Alpha. So, like, they're like, oh, well, Morocco. And Sam's like, oh, hells no, he's here.
It's like, yeah, that's wrong. No, he's been in Morocco for the last decade. No, he hasn't. Nice try.
Yeah.
Weapons on the table, everybody. A machete, a couple knives, a gun. Nothing that's really too vampire killy. Or nothing that's really too... Yeah, they're just regular vampire killy.
To bring out the cult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that
Sam was on the verge of tears.
he was on the
when he
verge
saw
of
the-
tears.
I was like,
Well,
why
to
is
be...
the-
How many episodes did he get beat up? Because I've noticed in the last couple episodes we've watched with Jared, the top of his eyelids seem to be like really red and rashy. I don't know if you've noticed it. Like, that's something that's either intentionally left because, story, or they're just having a really rough time trying to cover that up with makeup, and something is going on medically with his skin.
Oh.
I
I
don't
didn't
know if
notice.
you guys know.
I didn't notice.
Anyway,
Sorry.
I just thought it was weird that he was crying over the cult. So it's like,
Well,
he was almost in tears over the Colt.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
why I
more
kind of
of
went on
a-
with the.
More of the Mitch, where did you get this? And then Mary's just like, I stole it from Ramiel. And then Sam just turns around like, you're the reason he decided to start killing and we had all that issue and Cass almost died. Like,
Yeah.
and then he's just like, it's like turning around like, I don't have time to be mad at you. All right, this is how you make the bullets. Like starts jotting it down from memory.
Well,
See? And I told you, they are special bullets. They they are crafted. Like, yes, any bullet will go into the gun that fits. Any of that caliber ammo will fit into that weapon, but they have to be tweaked.
And they never went through the details of that before until now.
They did
No,
when
they
when
did.
Ruby and Bobby sat down to make the ammo.
They made tweaks to the Colt itself.
I
because it
remember
was
that, yeah, but
broken,
they never went.
and they devised how to make these special bullets because they ran out of bullets.
Right,
Yeah, it was
but
something specific that Ruby was teaching Bobby how to make
right,
these
but
bullets.
they never went into the actual details behind it, like the ingredients of the bullets.
Yes, they did.
I will go watch that, and
I remember there being myrrh and whatever being mentioned.
one of the ingredients was holy oil, which Castiel was the one who to introduce us to that in like season 4 or 5, well
Cass
after
was
Ruby.
Around.
No, he wasn't.
Ruby and Cass had a thing.
That's Megan Cass.
Ruby was there. I remember this.
Ruby,
because...
when Ruby modified the Colt with Bobby, she was still blonde Ruby in season 3. Cass didn't come in until after that vessel was. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Bullets
Because
made.
whenever when he argue like this, things come out of the. It's just like, you know what? I'm trying to find a sharp implement right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, bullets made, and Alpha Vampire kills the support staff. And that whole... I just love how that scene played out, like, I don't even know how to word this, where my brain is going.
I'm just concerned that now they have the knowledge to make these bullets that they're just gonna use the Colt whenever they can, and it's going to get old really fucking fast.
Which is probably why they, the showrunners made it disappear for as long as they did. Because it kind of was, I don't know what the, show business term is for that, but it was like, there's no, you have the gun that can kill nearly everything. Why, where's the conflict?
Why
I
use
loved
anything
his.
else?
I
Why
loved
do
his
it?
bluff. I loved his bluff of I'm one of those 5 things.
It's like, then I'd be
Mhm.
dead already.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. But,
It's just, yeah, I'm with Dean, and I don't trust the British men of letters at all. But I can see where they're going with it. Like, they're making a difference. It's just how they're making a difference.
mhm.
And at the end, like when Sam's like, I'm joining you guys, and like, what about Dean? He's like, I'll work on it. It's like,
Give me time.
Sam, honey, you've worked on Dean for 12 fucking seasons, and you've gotten nowhere with him. Honey, you aren't doing shit.
No, honey, you ain't.
this is true.
If anyone's gonna bring him over, it's gonna be Mary. Sam's not gonna have anything to do with it.
Or it's going to be both of them.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I think he's gonna have no choice. At some point, he's gonna have no choice, and that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
That's
he's gonna
pretty
have
much
to
what's
work
gonna
with him at one
happen.
point, yeah.
So yeah, rest in peace, Alpha Vampire. After, the most played, like, just let me and my mom walk away. And what about the Brit? What do I care? Like,
Hey.
kill him.
Do what you want.
I just love how that whole thing was just, like, silently played, And then, like, the Alpha just goes back through, is like, wait, I did see all of that, I just didn't actually, like, register it. You clever son of a bitch. And then, bam. out goes his brains.
Didn't he kind of like let out a chuckle when after he got hit?
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah.
It's like, huh, oh, ow.
I'm dead.
It's like after all of my life of evil and wrongdoing, my only regret is that I'm dying. Was pretty much the look on his face.
Well, he was under the. I mean, I don't know how much wrong he'd been doing other than obviously turning people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But
yeah, the way he made it seem like he was kind of like he said, "I like to live my life quietly." So I could see him taking some prey here and there, and I don't think he was turning anybody because he had so many babies, as he said, and he didn't need to anymore.
But as it was mentioned earlier in the episode, they kind of had like a silent arrangement. A vampire steps out of line and gets all killy. Then hunters roll into town, eliminate them, drive off.
Yeah.
mhm.
Like, occasionally they'll take out a small nest here and there, but it's
To
not
be
like
fair-
they were going on an extermination crusade like the Men of Letters are.
It's kind of like a circle of life deal.
Mm-hmm.
The vampires, take care of overpopulation, but if they get out of hand, the humans step in and be like, okay, this group is gone, so it's controlling the population of the vampires, where the vampires are controlling the population of the humans, and vice versa. I'm okay with that, to be honest.
The circle of life.
I know, I just see Rafiki holding up Simba right now. I don't know.
I see the sun rising slowly. My
Hakuna
God.
Matata.
Where's Elton John?
Somewhere. Oh my God, is there anything else you guys want to mention about this episode before we move on?
Whoever was working in that temp base, I think the only one that walked out unscathed was Mick. The rest of his team got annihilated.
But that's because they were like research and support and paper pushers. They weren't.
They
they have no idea what they're like.
They also underestimated how the vampires in America could be. Because they've been dealing with vampires in their stupid fucking irradiation gun in England.
And that little gas grenade, the AVD, the anti-vampire device.
They rely on too much of their tech and not enough on instinct, like the hunters.
But like Sam said, who here has ever killed anything? And then Pierce, the creepy hunter's just like, I have. Great. Just wonderful.
Yeah. Like, they don't have enough. I mean, I want to say that,
They're the
they
brains
have...
behind the operation. They're the tech room. They're the overseers. They're not the field agents.
Exactly.
The field agent they have is Ketch. I feel like they
It's
should
not
be
the
a little
only
bit more
one. It's the
prepared.
only one that we've seen.
It's the only one that they have with them in America right now, it seems.
Yeah.
That may not
they
even
do-
be true.
They do have
That's the only one we
soldiers.
know of.
That's true.
They do have field agents, but we don't. They're off screen kind of thing. They do like Ketch isn't just going in alone.
Yeah, there was no way Ketch.
Whatever.
There's no way that Ketch eliminated all 200 plus vampires by himself.
What I'm saying is that we're not seeing a lot of it, and like they have this temporary base with very little defense systems, and they just get overrun. I feel like they're because they have such a foothold in Britain and in Europe or whatever, that they think that it's the same in America when it's not. It's a lot more aggressive and primal in America because, it's just not organized and they haven't. It's a bigger place too.
We see even like the Alpha. He was just like, yeah, well, I stay out of England,
Because it's England.
Because it's England, and now you're in my yard. Get out.
It's like
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
My lawn. Yeah. Thank you so
It's
much
like,
for
I'm
that.
old. I like quiet.
Can we talk about how their security guards were not worth a shit?
That's what I'm talking about. They're not prepared. They need to have they have their shipping container base, but they have this flimsy fucking chain link fence with a couple guard posts that have just people waving in cars back and forth. What kind of
With
defense system is that?
guns,
What kind of
they know how to shoot.
exactly? I-
Stormtroopers.
They're worse than stormtroopers.
yeah, I know it's.
Bad.
I feel like after this,
If they try to
really- yeah, I feel like after this whole situation with the vampires, they're gonna step up their game as far as gun like firepower and security, because the big people wherever they're from, England, aren't gonna stand for this.
No.
They're gonna be down mixed throat now, so he's gonna have to step up.
Yup. Anyway, good stuff.
And I feel like the new you know how it was like Cass and Dean and Cass and Crowley. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be Dean and Ketch for a while. I feel like
God.
that's a partnership that we need to see for a little bit, because I think it's an interesting dynamic.
Don't like it.
Mhm.
You don't like it?
I don't. Dean and Ketch and Sam and Mary. Is that what's gonna happen then?
No, I don't like the mother-son deal.
Yeah.
I like Mary being on the show, but I liked her doing her own thing. I don't want her with
Yeah.
the boys, because the last time
But she has to tuck them in at night.
she has to give them their bubbas before they go to bed.
just
You know
want-
what? Fuck off.
I just want the Cass and Crowley buddy cop duo.
That was great.
I want more of
I-
that.
I'm with the whole Ketch and Dean thing. So it's gonna be funny to see Dean be the one that's gonna be in Sam's position, the one that goes, "Hey, calm your shit! Stop punching
Exactly.
people in the face."
Exactly. He's gonna learn to understand Sam a little bit more, because Sam's doing that to Dean, and Dean's gonna have to do that to Ketch.
Mm-hmm. He already
And they
did.
throw a little Cass in there, and it's just like, oh, there's a naive little shit over here who still doesn't know pop culture bullshit. Like, what? Metatron gave you this knowledge. Why are you still stupid like
He
that?
gave him all current knowledge, not knowledge of new pop culture stuff that would come out. So Cass still has to go learn that for himself.
He has the time.
Like, Cass was dropping all of the Star Wars references, but I doubt he made time to go see Episode 7. Or Rogue One, for that matter.
Neither did Sam and Dean.
How do you know?
Because Sam and Dean would have mentioned it by now.
True. Very true. Anyway, next episode...
I am one with the Force. Sorry.
God. Next episode is called Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell. An attack by an invisible hellhound, which they don't really have to put that there.
That's redundant.
Aren't they
Exactly.
always invisible?
Anyway, an attack by an invisible hellhound at a campsite leads Sam and Dean to investigate the mysterious circumstances. Meanwhile, two of Crowley's own personal demons uncover what he's been hiding. Castiel gets a lead on Kelly Klein. That's it.
Okay.
You got Lucifer.
Hellhounds collect souls after making a deal at the crossroads.
In general.
That, you don't have to investigate that, Sam
Well,
and Dean.
If you watch the promo, like, you know, they're like, a hellhound, and then Crowley's like, not a hellhound, the hellhound.
The Cerberus?
So it's the Alpha Hellhound.
Or, yeah, that's basically kind of what he's leading on to.
It went rogue, it got out of hell,
Who
it
knows?
doesn't listen anymore. I mean, that's the only way I can
Or-
think of it.
Maybe
They
it was Lucifer's personal hellhound. It was his
Then
pet.
wouldn't-
It's Fido.
It's
So-
protecting Kelly, maybe.
Oh, I didn't think
Oh,
of that
maybe
one.
it's.
Mm.
I
But
like it.
isn't Kelly's already under protection right now? With
Yeah,
Dagon.
Maybe it's Dagon's hellhound.
I don't know. I feel like Dagon's got her own agenda. So
She
I don't,
does,
I don't-
obviously.
Yeah,
We
so
know
it's not
this.
the same agenda. So no, she's not under protection according to Lucifer. She's in trouble according to Lucifer. So if it was Lucifer's hellhound sent to protect Kelly, no, she's not under protection.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like Dagon's gonna do everything to keep her alive,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
I
yeah.
think that's the first
But-
thing that Lucifer has on his mind. Make sure that
No.
Kelly is alive.
No, Lucifer wants the child to be evil and run hell and have father-son bonding and all that. And if Dagon has it, Dagon seems like wants absolutely nothing to do with hell. Right? They all of the princes of hell have
We don't
abandoned hell.
know anything about Dagon other than her
according-
name.
According to Ramiel,
Yeah.
none of them
But-
want anything to do with hell. They all left, and that's why he gave left Crowley in charge of hell, because none of them wanted it.
Maybe Dagon was waiting for an opportunity to take over hell. So
he
she
was saying
showed
that
Could've
his
just
sister
had
was
it.
a little.
Should have just had it at any point.
Yeah. She really
That's
could have.
true.
Crowley
but-
just
but
took
maybe
it.
she wanted a little extra power in her pocket, so this child would be that extra power.
Well, yeah, that's
just-
the point. But she's not siding with Lucifer. She's on her own agenda. That's my point. Is Lucifer wants the baby under his protection. That's why I think this is Lucifer's alpha hellhound, and it's going to go after potentially Dagon.
I don't think a hellhound could kill a princess of hell.
We don't know that,
We really
especially in
don't.
alpha. Especially in alpha.
I mean, I think if I don't know, it just seems like the first part of either agenda is to make sure that Kelly is alive so the baby can be born.
Mhm.
After the baby's born, then it's all hell breaks loose.
Well, Lucifer's a little
Again.
locked up at the moment too.
I don't think he's going to be for long. I think he's actually playing Crowley, and he can break out anytime he wants. Because the way, like, last episode that we watched, it just, Crowley's like, oh, we tweaked your body. It's like, how did you tweak it? Magically, technology, all this kind of stuff. Like,
Gotta
I
be
feel like Lucifer is just waiting for the opportune time to be like, huh, I could have done this the whole time, and just walk the fuck out. Because if he can control a hellhound from hell while being locked up in magical chains, he can do more than just sit there in that chair. If you're saying that this is his hellhound, he has to be able to control it. And if he's locked down in hell with these, magic reducing
If he
chains.
already sent it on protection detail duty, then it's been there the whole time doing this.
But he's been locked up the whole time since he got expelled from the body. He didn't know he was having a baby until he was in hell again.
Oh, he did. She ran away. That's why she ran.
They found out she was pregnant after he was expelled.
They did. Lucifer didn't. Lucifer knew right off the bat. That's why she ran.
Remember, they could feel it.
That's
They all
true.
felt it the moment it happened.
The moment of conception, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I
so
don't-
if Lucifer assigned the Hellhound to protect her immediately,
I'd-
it could just be showing its head now because Dagon came into possession of Kelly. So,
Don't think.
I don't know. We're probably all completely wrong.
Yeah, but if Lucifer didn't know he was going to be he didn't know he was going to be expelled. He thought he was going to be there the whole time, right? He thought he was still going to be fine with a little bit of fight from Sam and Dean. Wouldn't he think that he's enough protection?
I don't know.
no, not necessarily. If you have the ability to have a very powerful supernatural creature having all eyes on it all time, day and night, when you're off trying to do multiple things, I would opt to have this thing watch over.
Not to mention, you gotta think of, we continue to think, the way he is, like Lucifer, blah, 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 all powerful. You gotta remember, he still acts like a teenager, like an idiot sometimes, because that's all they all do.
We also know that Lucifer has been having
So-
trouble staying in a body, so it's just
That too.
it's more protection.
That's not a problem anymore.
But, there could be immediately, just could be
Not
like
anymore.
the whole, it's my first baby.
But when he
extra
first had
protective,
the
blah, blah.
child, he didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
He's already been in 6 different meat suits, before at that point.
Yeah, and he didn't care if he would
And
have
who
just
knows
jumped
how
to
long
another
the
meat
president's won? No, I know. But what if Kelly or the baby's vulnerable during the time he's transferring? That's why it's just best to have a backup plan.
suit. Lucifer doesn't think of backup plans. He's
Yeah, okay.
reckless.
Yeah, okay.
He's reckless.
He had a plan this whole time.
Don't think so.
Well, you're just
Not-
telling
he
me
didn't
that
have a
he
plan?
can walk out of the cage at any point. So you now all of a sudden now he's reckless, but he has a plan now.
Prior,
Which one is it?
shut your fucking mouth for a second. Prior to the baby, he was reckless. He was jumping from body to body to body to body, being an emo teen. Okay. Now he has a baby. He is thinking. He's planning ahead because that's what happens when you have a baby. You start thinking of the future.
You become an adult.
Hellhound.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the Hellhound. I don't think the Hellhound has anything to do with fucking Lucifer. If anything, it's Dagon's or it's a rogue Hellhound. Somehow it got loose because it's a powerful
Is
Hellhound.
the Hellhound's name Rogue One?
After all of this
Yes.
discussion, I'm going to go with it's a rogue hellhound.
It's Lucifer.
It's one. It's the most
Don't say that.
powerful. It's the
No,
most
you can't say that.
powerful Hellhound.
You cannot say that, kid. Pick a side. Come on, Sam. Pick a side. For once in your life, Sam, pick a side.
No, like
I would go throw a
the
hell.
promo. The promo. Crowley says it's one of the most powerful Hellhounds or whatever. I think because it's so powerful, it just broke loose of hell and it's just terrorizing. Because why else would they have to like super investigate a campsite? I mean, they've done this before. It's just.
I don't know, but that's next week. Is there anything else we missed? We forgot to bring up?
Lucifer's Hellhound.
Anything we forgot to bring up?
No.
All right, then that's our show. Dom, where can they find you?
At lucifershellhound.com.
All right, then.
I'm going to look that up later. If
Nikki.
it's not there, I'm coming after you.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYvenom24.
Kim, where can they find you?
Also on Twitter, stay in neutral.
Spam.
You just said it was rogue. How is it staying neutral?
I'm staying neutral. I'm staying out of shit.
You can find me on Twitter at Thillaren, Thillaren. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube.
Did you forget the D on purpose?
What?
Yes, I
You
did.
just
You forgot the D again.
and he did the D.
I did forget it on purpose. Jesus. I was continuing the joke from pre-show. Anyway, you can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. Excuse me. Thank you all for watching.
Still lost the D.
You know what? It's only the beginning of the week, guys, and we are so bad already.
Yep.